Hello everybody, here's another episode in the FUI guy, Farming Under the Influence guy, how to farm FS22 on the PlayStation 5. Now after watching my last two videos I've decided improvements must be had. First off, my name is FUI guy, Farming Under the Influence guy, and some of you might be saying, FUI guy, I haven't heard you have any beer or anything at all. And you might be true. I was, by the way, drinking in the previous videos. But to prove it, as best I can, here it is. As it is only 11:30 in the game, this is a light beer. Wouldn't want to get ahead of ourselves. Delicious. Now, continuing on with improvements, I thought the other videos weren't bad for first two ever, but I thought they were a little hectic, a little long, and maybe not focused enough. So today, what I have decided to do is streamline the videos a bit. Today we'll be focusing on liming and fertilizing of a field or two. That'll be the title of the video, and that's all we're going to focus on. But I will sum up what I did in between the last video and now. All I did was finish cultivating this field, finish seeding this field to canola. So now you can see on the little map here, it is growing. And when we move over to crop types, it is green for canola. This field here will show blue, completely cultivated. Good. You will see, as I mentioned earlier, this field needs lime. This field also needs lime, but it is hidden. So if you scroll down here, you can get rid of this needs rolling feature. Ah, yes, lime. It needs lime. We're going to focus liming this field today, and we will fertilize this field today. And maybe we'll lime it too. And one other thing I did, you'll see the farm looks fairly empty. I just put these two tractors by the shop because we will be carrying stuff over in another video. So I just brought them over here ahead of time. One more thing before we get to liming. I had mentioned when you are full or done with your combine, you can A, take your crop or your grain, put it into your trailer, take it to the silo and dump it. And I also mentioned that you can, in this situation, with the type of silo we have, go straight from combine to silo. Again, I mentioned it, real life, they always use a truck and blah, blah, blah. But here, this is farming simulator. Hence why we can drink and why we can do this. It is not the real world. Now, with this proof of drinking, you'll hear me take sips from time to time. Okay. Moving into the liming section. So you will notice that we have 8,000 lime in our little spreader here. And I will give you full warning, we go through lime at a very rapid pace. So same as anything else, you kind of line yourself up. You hit the turn on fertilizer spreader. Even though lime's in it, it's still a fertilizer spreader. And you start spreading. Lime is nice because you can actually see where you have been pretty easily. So if you miss a spot, it's easy to just whoop, go and grab it and be done with it. No problems at all. Other than that, there really isn't a lot to liming. I think the main thing with it is you won't have to do it every crop rotation, but it does happen from time to time. It's same like periodic plowing, which I have currently turned off. So it's one of those, what do you want to do? How involved do you want to be? And so on, so forth. Same option here when it comes to hired hands, hired helpers. You can hire them, and same thing, you can, oh, sorry car, you can either, get out of the way, I'm farming under the influence here. You can have them buy the lime or not. I highly recommend not, just because it is a little more pricey. Not much, but in this video I'm just going to do it myself. I'm probably going to time lapse this here, so I will see you guys when I'm done this field. See you in a bit. Now, just look at that. All limed. So, other than the map piece, you can see on the field info in your bottom right-hand corner, it just says that this needs a weeder. We won't worry about that until we actually seed it, but it used to say it needs lime. So if you were to come over to this field, you can see that this field needs lime. It also says it's 0% fertilized, so that will just take us right into the next little step. There are a couple options for fertilizing. If you have limited money and you're wanting to use the same spreader as what we have for the lime, by all means, you can empty this spreader. I'll show you here, it'll just put it into little tote bags for you. I'll just park like this. So if I'm left the help menu open on the top left too. If that's annoying, let me know in the videos, but I kind of like it there because then I can show you guys a little bit. So if you go R1, and you go triangle for unload, it'll just unload everything you have. So then if you wanted, you could just go buy some fertilizer at the shop, and you wouldn't have to you could use the same wagon and it'd be no problems at all. And then same as when we bought the fertilizer, you can just go up to it, refill, and it'll refill your lime without having to dump into it with a any kind of forklift or something like that. So for this video, just to spice things up, we're going to go over to the shop here. And I think, since this guy's so kind to leave us all this space, we'll show you a different style of fertilizer spreader. This one here, oopsie daisy, I'm all over the place. It's a little smaller. It's only for fertilizer. Doesn't hold as much as these gigantic ones, but you'll see the working width is 42 meters. This is only like 12 to 18. We got the 12 meter one. So we're going to just use this guy because it'll go by super quickly for fertilizing purposes. So we'll just buy it. Yeah, 25 grand, who cares? And there it is. See it there, just sitting there all nice, ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook up our little Massey Ferguson here. Realm. Just smash right into it. Now, we do need fertilizer. So if you go back to your efficient big bag, doesn't matter, there's two types of fertilizer, they do the same thing. So we'll click on it. It's a 1,000 liter tote. If we recall, that fertilizer spreader said it held 3,200 liters. So we'll just buy 3 of those. They're conveniently right here. We'll just refill spreader. As you can see, the fertilizer is much more pricey than lime. This cost 5,000 bucks for the 3 of them, and lime was like $3.50 a bag. So definitely a massive difference there. Alright, I will see you back on the farm. Alright, we made it back. This is our canola crop that we just planted. Sometimes I find it won't let you fertilize right away. So you have to have 2 applications of fertilizer. In a lot of seeders, you have fertilizer in the seeder. We don't. So if you go to our little information menu here, and if we scroll down to get rid of needs rolling and needs lime, because we don't care about that at the moment, you can see that this is showing no fertilizer. This field's had 1 application, this field's had 2, judging by the different shades of blue. This thing has nothing. Nada. So, we're going to fix that. I'm going to start going this way. You'll notice this spreader will have a working with triple the size of that lime spreader, so I'll turn this fella on. Now, this seems almost like an unrealistic working with. The fertilizer, you can tell, same as lime, it's really easy to see in a field that doesn't have crop growth. When we apply the second bout of fertilizer to this field, the crop will have grown in, and it'll be much harder to actually see the fertilizer, and that's when you can really utilize the map, or you can hire a worker and they'll do it without missing stuff, and they won't be as you know, straining their eyes to see because they're computers. Well, now that we've got cruise control on, I mean, this is a perfect time for a sip, wouldn't you say? Ah, nothing beats an 11:48 a.m. beer on the Farming Simulator 22. Again, not recommended for operating heavy machinery in real life. This is just a game. As you can see, this really cooks along pretty quick. So I will finish this up and talk to you guys after. Alright, as you can see, this fertilizer spreader spreads way faster than the lime spreader. Even the lime spreader, if it had fertilizer in it, just the working with isn't enough. Now you can see when you go over the field, it says it's 50% fertilized. Your yield bonus will have crept up quite nicely. And then tomorrow, or next month in the game, you can fertilize it again to get your fertilizer percentage all the way up to 100, and your yield bonus will go up as well. There is also rolling and a weeder that we'll have to get involved in this field to make it better, but I'll show you that in the next video. That was it for this one. I want to keep them short and sweet. Give me any feedback if you think this is the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it. Other than that, signing off for today. FUI guy. Have fun. Thanks for watching.